two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Steps away. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with the 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Allen. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab for Josh Allen. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they get him down, but then before he takes it in, it's the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did it.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Room here to run. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Ray, but give him credit. He went old school
He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 30 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're absorbing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now it's gone. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense and go out and get you the football back.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
But that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Now let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To the air. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletions. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Right around the 15. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Guy.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite the lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the option play now to the left. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Allen, nifty footwork. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got up with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out now come the Lions. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. When you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
7 yards there and a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. So 2nd and 9, and you have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Singletary again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 15 left to go in the 2nd half. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 24-17. A minute 4 on the clock. Now it's gone. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards, the final tally.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Here's 2nd and 10. Now gone. And Shark calls it in. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This to possibly force OT. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.